So we've homeschooled since '92, and all the others have graduated from homeschooling. But with our youngest, life changed.
Mm-hmm.
We're involved in homeschool support groups during the years that the older kids were homeschooling. But what we discovered with Aaron early on is that he couldn't fit in.
Yeah.
We were in a co-op when he was a toddler, and people were asking questions about his behavior, and our mom was trying not to say the word autism. She was fearful it might upset me. I honestly didn't know what autism was at the time.
Right.
So over the years, we've learned a lot about autism. And with Aaron, anything he started as a little guy, it's like somebody turned the switch off and just stopped. And just those milestones, and he's basically been stuck at about a 2 to 3 year old level, depending upon what it is.
Yeah.
There are things he's learned along the way, and a lot of our homeschooling has been based on functional life skills.
Yeah.
He's be able to, put waffles in the toaster, and how to take butter and the syrup on them, how to use the microwave. Honestly, even personal hygiene we're still working on that.
Right.
Better, and we've had therapies along the way. Right now, looking at it turning into a at-home therapy. We're waiting for insurance to approve on that. But the first thing I think is that often with our big family is people assume that our older kids are just going to step in and help out with their little brother. Well, that's true when they were still living at home. But now each of them are married. They have their own lives. Some of them don't even live close by. And it's more difficult. And you can't always depend on family to be the ones to help out. They don't always understand your special needs child, even if you're up with it. So that's kind of where we are. We've been able to use some respite programs at some churches locally. But sometimes those things change, and one of them did. We're trying to go somewhere on a respite night, and it kind of caught us by surprise. So always praying to raise up maybe a pool of people that can help us. I've got a doctor appointment. I can call somebody, say, hey, are you available on this day and time? My husband travels with his work, so he's not home every night.
Right.
And so it has been difficult. Our youngest daughter does live at home, and she works a job, and she's not always available either. So it's difficult.
Right. Yeah. It's ongoing. And I know I hear from so many parents, and my parents are in the same boat as you too. They still have 5 kids at home, and finding reliable help, even if you have the funding, isn't always there. Just because, there's many reasons for that, but it has to be a community that really understands your family, supports your family, and doesn't just do it for the money. Because people that do care for the money are in and out on their own whims. And so really creating a community that understands the needs of your family and will be there during the tough times as well as the good times.
Yes. And you want people you can trust.
Yes, exactly.
Leave them alone with your child. I think when he was little, a friend hooked me up with a chat room that was back then, and it really scared me because we hear the parents talking about, and you're going, child molestation? What? No.
Oh wow! Yes.
And so, Mike and I celebrate our 40th anniversary this summer, and our hope is to take a spring trip. I'd like to be able to find some people who can stay here with him. I know his siblings might take a turn or two, but if we could do that, that would be great. So it means planning ahead. We can't just up and go. We have to plan ahead and put everything in place.
Right.
We had belonged to a local homeschool support group, and I remember in the early years of Aaron's autism, we tried to help the group change, like to accept us, and they just didn't get us. And we just stopped going. There was no point in keeping it going.